What's up? All right. Cool. So this first part of the stream is going to be dedicated to a YouTube video on the Type 93. Because I want to make a compilation of all of the rat spots I have ever come across in this vehicle. It's going to be pretty fucking long. First things first, I'm going to have to create a custom battle for it. Hello. Doing all right. Let's see. What map do we start with? Let's do Poland. Poland's the easiest. Battle. We'll do like 4 players. Aircraft. Whatever. Alright. Poland's the easiest one, I'm pretty sure. This one is useful in Fields of Poland, when the B cap is pretty much the entirety of the center of the town. Usually you want to be on this side, obviously. Left side of the map is basically the best place that you can spawn in order to get to it. You don't want to run into anyone on the way there, obviously. So, if you spawn on this side of the map, a lot of the time you're going to be perfectly fine trying to get to this position very quickly. Other side of the map, it's still doable, but you might end up running into somebody coming down this main road. All right. Slow it down. So, there's this little portion right here. There's a mud pile. I'm sure some of you have seen this before. There's a mud pile here that leads straight up to the top of the building. You want to knock these out of your way, because these will slow you down. The speed you want to achieve down this road is about 60 kilometers an hour before hitting the bottom of the mud pile. You want to try to hit it at the lowest portion of the slope. And if you overshoot this, a lot of the time, you will end up on your roof. But if you can get the speed right, you can normally get up there. And from that position, on B, on Fields of Normandy, you can stay inside of the cap circle. Not only will you cap it from on top of the building, but you will continue to stay inside of the cap circle from up there. Which means people will have to find you in order to actually start the decap. Also, it's a really nice position because you can scout into Charlie. Just like this. So you can see pretty much the whole ridgeline from here. And that's pretty much it, really. See people coming down this road, see people crossing from over there. If these trees get taken out, you have much more FOV in that area. Obviously you can see helicopters coming in from up here as well. I'm not sure if you can go anywhere else on top of these roofs. I've never tried going up here. Yeah, no, it's too slippery. Anyway, that's pretty much the gist of it for this one. This covers the B cap. You can spot into the ridgeline at Charlie. And you can shoot down incoming aircraft, or at least try to with these terrible fucking missiles. Anyway. Next map. Because that's the only usable position on Poland, unfortunately. There was another one, but it doesn't really have a use anymore. Let's think. Next map should be quite a few. Fort Novo does in fact have one on battle. Again, you want to be on the south side of the map for this one, or at least, you know, to preserve your sanity of not getting shot while trying to do it. Spawning south side is the best thing you could do. If you spawn north, cope. That's all I have to say about that. Not much you can do. And notice a lot of these spots are side dependent. Some maps have multiple ones where you can do one on each side of the map, which is really nice, and we'll show a few of those later. So it's going to be on this road. I can't remember exactly where, but there's a batch of tank traps on this main road that you can drive over. It might take a little bit, but you can squeeze through them. Yeah, the initial decamo isn't necessary, but it's recommended. All right. I gotta remember where it is. I know it's on the far left side of the map over here. Yeah, it's further down. There's an easier one that you can do with the Type 16, where you literally just go straight down this road and ramp over. I'm sure you could actually do this on the north side of the map. Probably, it's honestly probably easier, but you are decently quick in this vehicle. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I was wrong. North side of the map. It should be here. Some of these tank traps are too low to block you from going over them, and they're too spaced apart. I don't remember which ones. I know it's the ones over there you get through. I gotta remember which ones I get through here. Guyja made a change last year. I think it was last year that made it to where the collision models of these will actually prevent you from going through them. So you have to figure out which ones are at a good angle for you to just squeeze yourself over them. I'm pretty sure it's these, but I can't remember how I did it previously. And as I said, this will take a while to get over these tank traps. You're basically at war with Gaijin's physics engine at all times. Basically, once you get the front wheels down, you're pretty much home free. And I think it is these two right here. They're the lowest ones to the ground, so you can kind of just squeeze over them. And before, you used to be able to just, you know, drive through them, because there was no collision model. And honestly, wouldn't really surprise me if anyone shoots you while doing this. It takes quite a bit of time. There you go. Squeeze through, now you're home free. You can do pretty much whatever you want out here. All of this playable area. So you can go pretty much as high as the top of the map will let you. I think there are some boundaries out here that are considered like actually out of bounds, but I can't remember. Usually you want to get out here in the Type 16 or some other wheeled light. The only one I've been able to do this in is the Type 16 from this side of the map. Ramping over the tank traps by hitting a bump and then getting out here and shooting into B. Yeah, pretty much all of this is playable area. You can run around here, do whatever you want. There are some key positions if you want to come out here in the Type 16. There's some lanes like these where you can use the mud as cover and you can peek down these roads in order to see people. Same with pretty much every other lane here, especially Bravo. Yeah, you can see down there. And I think there's another one right before Bravo. I think two of them, actually. Obviously the one that you came through. So you have these two. This is one of the bigger ones, because this is their main crossing area. And then you have the one that looks right into Bravo. So what I'll do real quick is I'll throw the Type 16 in my lineup and see if I can recreate the instance of where I go over the tank traps in it. Let us see. Where the fuck did I put my Type 16? There it is. Alright, cool. Let's see if I can recreate going over the tank traps in the Type 16. I've only done this like twice, so bear that in mind. So we got this side of the map. It is actually possible to do this in a squad from this side of the map, but you need to have decently long vehicles in order to be pushed over the tank traps. So you can do it right here on this corner. Basically just right out of spawn, you just drive straight to the corner there. And then you can drum pretty much, yeah, it's only 2 rows. So you can be pushed through there by some decently long tanks. Things like the Object 279, T62s, T55, stuff like that. Hell, if you have a fucking GTZ 99 in your team, that'll help. Very long vehicle. Well, it's 3 rows. You probably want to go about there, where they're closest together. Yeah. So these 2 rows right here will probably be the best bet of getting yourself over there. Let's travel the other side of the map really quick, and I can show, or try to show, the jump of getting over. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, you can't get over these tank traps in the Type 16. I think the transmission gets caught on them, and you just get stuck. At least from what I've tried previously with wheeled vehicles, they tend to get stuck a lot on the center portion of the vehicle. Obviously, this isn't really accessible from this side of the map. You want to spawn here. So you can come straight down this road. As for the speed you want to be going, I guess I'll have to find that out. Should be the next road. So it should be these piles of dirt, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So, as far as I remember, you can hit this ramp and go clean over the tank traps. But I haven't done this in a while, so bear that in mind. I can't remember how fast you need to be going either, so I'm just going to take the whole runway. Probably want to clear those. Still don't know why you can't 50 cal wooden tank traps, but you know, this is a Gaijin game, so. I can't. You might be able to do it from this close mound, but just to be safe, you should probably do it from the second one. That's if this works still. Yeah, alright. So, it's a little iffy, but I'm sure y'all could refine that. But once you're out here, you're pretty much scot-free. Climb over these mud piles, and you're on your way to their side of the map. And then you're good. You can do pretty much whatever you want once you're out here. Obviously, once you die, you gotta do it all over again. So, try not to get shot while you're out here. Alright, well, that should be it for this map. I'm not sure there's any other ways of getting out here from any of these lanes here, other than the one I showed earlier on the Type 93, the one over here that you can be pushed over, and then the one that you can jump down this road here. So, I think that's it. I am almost 100% certain. Oh, no. I'm not 100% certain. There is one. You can do the exact same thing here in the Type 93 on the triple cap version of the map, and it allows you to go behind some houses up here. So I can probably try to show that one really quick, or at least I can show you the mini map to show you where you can go once you're out there. All right, so let's look at the map for Port Novo. The Domination Port Novo sees you can climb over the tank traps back here, like you do normally in that match. And then you can go all the way out here, and there are some houses out here that aren't marked. And you can spot into Bravo, you can spot into Alpha, and you can cover pretty much the entire opening here. I guess I could show you where to go in the match itself. Hopefully it spawns me on the right side. Doesn't really matter all that much, though. Come here, cat. Come here. Whatever. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same thing. Right down here, the tank traps. If I'm wrong, I can just go ahead and show you how to get over it. Because I have done this before, but I forget exactly how it works. Hello, cat. What are you doing? Come here. Lay down. Alrighty. Obviously, you don't want to spawn on this side of the map. Not good for your health. You will get shot trying to do this from this side of the map. So, spawn here, go down here. I mean, if you want to do it from this side of the map, be my guest. If you're up for the challenge, I should say. All right. Yeah, okay. It's the exact same place as on the battle version of the map. So you just come here and do the exact same thing to get outside the map. I'm pretty certain this doesn't kill you, but I could be wrong. It is definitely cutting it close. But I'm pretty sure the Type 93 is fast enough to get back inside the map in a meaningful amount of time. So once again, we can show you. Basically just hold W until your front gear or front wheels touch the dirt, and then you're good. Alright, cool. So it literally just counts you as being back inside the map immediately. That's very nice. I was worried this was going to give a countdown timer because I haven't done this in like a month or two. And jiggle yourself free, and then you're good. Once you're out here, you're pretty much set. You can climb up to like G1, or what is that? G1. And there's a house that you can sit up here behind, and it gives you full cover. This one. So yeah. Got your high-rise thermals. You can see pretty much everything from up here. All of B, you can scout into A, feeling like it. And then obviously you can see all of the gaps in between all the buildings here, which is all of this. Anyway, that should be it for this map. I'm not certain there's any way to like do it from this side of the map because of the double tank traps that are too close to each other. Also, there's the countdown timer out here, unfortunately, because this is actually considered out of bounds, even though there's no red line here. You can see it gives you a countdown timer, even though you're technically still inside the map. All right. Next map. What should be our next map? I need to start remembering what places you can go on each map. Vietnam. There's one place that you can go in Vietnam still. El Alamein is too flat. There's no place to go. Frozen Pass, there's nowhere to go anymore. Berlin, there's nowhere to go. Eastern Europe, nope. Actually, no, they patched that. Never mind. There was a place to go on top of one of the buildings in between B and C, but I'm pretty sure they patched that. Finland, unfortunately, there's no way to get up here on these rocks. But there is another place that you can go on this map, but it's not really that good for anything other than spotting into alpha. So let's go ahead and show this one off. Yeah, we can do Carpathians later. I'm basically just going to go down the list of the Domination maps and see if I can remember what's what. So for this one, you're going to want to spawn to the north. You can do this from the south, but you need to be careful. Basically, what you're going to want to do in the south is you're going to spawn, obviously, and you're going to go all the way around the edge of the map. Try not to get spotted. Try your hardest to not get spotted. You want to hug the edge of the map the entire time, because it's in the back of their spawn, and you will be spotted the entire time that you're back there. I've only been able to successfully do this, like, once. I don't think I've ever actually gotten up there besides spawning on that side of the map. So you come down here, basically hug the water line all the way around. Don't run into a rock like I did. But there's a little thing right outside the map in that corner right there that you can climb up and jump down onto this little plateau here. Don't know how deep this water is, so probably wouldn't cross that in a live match. Probably try to stay on the ice. Unless you're daring and want to jump it, be my guest. But you can go around there. I'm just taking a shortcut. Go around here, hug the edge, all the way around, hug the edge, hug the edge. Much, much safer. Because you don't want to drive down this road here and then all of a sudden someone respawns right next to you and just machine guns you to death. That's not ideal. But now that you're here, obviously right out of spawn you just turn right and go up into this corner here. So you'll come around here all the way down. You're gonna do this quickly, as fast as you possibly can. There's a 25-second timer that you have to get back onto the top of these rocks here. So once you're here, you hold W as hard as you can, come around here, curve this all the way up, hit this little ledge right here, and you're gonna climb on top of these rocks. And you are not home free yet. Now you are. So you're not home free until you get over the top of that rock. And once you're there, you climb up here and you basically just slingshot yourself down here. Hopefully you don't land on your roof. If you do, you can always try again if you have a backup vehicle. But once you're up here, you're pretty much home free. This is it. This is the whole area. You have pretty much this whole thing to yourself. There's really nothing up here. This is basically only used for scouting in A and seeing incoming aircraft. Not a lot to do up here. My favorite spot is to sit on these rocks up here. So we're gonna come up here, around, and there's a little ledge that you can sit. Right here. So once you're here, you have this whole area, and you can indeed spot directly into their spawn. No, this is custom camouflage for Initial D, the user skin, which I will link in the description. This is This whole first portion of today's VOD is going to be a YouTube video for Type 93 spots. So, yeah, this spot's pretty much all of A. And their little ridge line in the back, I'm pretty sure you have line of sight on. I can't remember, but it's right there. You should have line of sight on it, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's it, right there. Too bad there's no markers. Anyway, I don't think there's any way for you to scout into B at all. And I think that uppermost portion is outside of the ridge line at Charlie. But you can see their spawn. You can see pretty much all of A and the little ridge line there. And of course, aircraft that you can look at respectfully because you can't actually hit them with these missiles. Anyway, next map, we're going to go down the list on the Domination maps. So after that is White Rock, which doesn't have anything. Let's see what's after White Rock. Next one. Jungle. No. Really nothing. You can get up here in normal tanks, but I'm sure you can find videos on that, and pretty much everyone knows this ridge line. Hurricane, no. No crazy spots. Pretty much just going up here and spotting into the city. Ash River. Not anymore, unfortunately. The ridgeline that was originally down here is no longer available. They made it out of bounds completely. I can go ahead and show you what it was originally. I'm fairly certain that there's a countdown timer once you get up here now. But I could be mistaken. I have not done this in a while. So let's go ahead and show it. This used to be my go-to spot for sitting to scout people at Charlie. So you spawn south, and what you want to do is you basically just come up here as fast as you possibly can, and you want to ramp up the wall on top of a little hill here. And there should be a rock in the middle that you can sit behind that basically covers the entire front of the vehicle. But unfortunately, I don't think it covers the missiles, which you can be ammo racked through. So you'll just stroll your way up here. And it seems they have blocked most of it off with rocks. Which is fine, because you're in a Type 93, and you basically say, fuck Gaijin's physics engine, I'm going up here anyway. So you just slide your way up here, and you're set. This scouts the entirety of the road here going into B. You can see their ridge line that goes down into Alpha, and you can come up here, scout this road, scout their spawn, and the ridge that they can camp on, and you have pretty much full LOS of your side of Charlie. Unfortunately, not so much theirs, but you can see them going into it. So this isn't out of bounds per se, but it's right on the edge. I do remember a while back they made this a countdown timer area, so you could no longer come up here. It seems they have reverted that change. Anyway, this is the only one. I'm not really sure if you can do it from the other side of the map. I'm sure you can, but you have a lot less cover because the angle of the rock, unfortunately. And there's just too many places that you can be shot from. Your best bet is just doing this side of the map. Obviously, you have full cover from the rock here. Right, next map, next map, next map. Unfortunately, you can't go on top of the crazy hills on the left at all because they're all out of bounds. That would be really funny, though. All right. Karelia. Nothing too crazy on Karelia anymore. You used to actually be able to get on top of the mountains outside of the map, but they are completely out of bounds now. Most people know the little spawn trick here. You spawn here, You drive up past the pillbox right behind your spawn. You go up onto these two hills here. And these see pretty much most of this portion of the map, and you can see into their little ridge line in their spawn right there in F1. But that's pretty much it. They blocked off pretty much this entire portion here with rocks. But I'm certain there's another way to get up there if you want to find it out yourself. I don't really want to show it off because so many people used to sit up there. I'm sure that you can find a video on it. Carpathians. Now this is a good one. Carpathians is really good for SPAA, and you don't have to be in the Type 93 to do a few of these ones. And I will show you. From the northern side of the map, there's like a shitload of spots that you can get into. We're spawning south. That's fine too. This is perfectly okay. Usually, you will be fast enough to get to these spots, even at the start of the game. You want to follow this road here until about here, and then you cut right, and you're going to ramp onto this little portion here. So, hopefully, there's no teammates blocking the path here, because you want to do this as fast as humanly possible. You do have this little thing here, but if you hit the center portion and not the actual little house thing, you should be fine. That doesn't slow you down at all, the house will. So, you're going to do this at an angle. You see this little hill here? Come up here. You're going to slide your way to the top. I'm actually certain there's a better way of doing this. I fucked that up. You can do it from both sides of the maps. You can climb right there as well, where that little brown spot is. If you fuck this up, it's not the end of the world. If you're daring enough, you can just try again. Doesn't really matter all that much. You're a Type 93 at the end of the day, so really your only use is to scout people. Yeah, you need to be going faster. My fault. Well, you can still use this area. Come back here and catch them crossing. If you do fuck up, then you can obviously just call Artie. I don't know the speed you need to be going to get up there anymore. I'd probably say like 70 something, 75. Maybe just going straight at it. It also sucks because some of this is coated as mud, even though it's not. $67, 66, 64, 63, 62. It seems like 62 is perfectly fine. But once you're up here, you're pretty much set. You can scout literally the entire road. My favorite position is sitting right here. Since the Type 93 has like no engine noise, you can basically just sit here and scout people coming through to Charlie. Pretty much the entire ridgeline there. That's pretty much it for this side. Same thing, from this side of the map, you can go actually right here, past Charlie, down this little road here. Go around Charlie. Jump this little bump here. Not like me, don't follow that instruction. But you can do that one, but I prefer this one because it's shorter. Once you get up here, you're good to go. You can do the same thing from this side of the map. You go over here, and you can see pretty much all of them coming in. And if you're really, really daring, you can confuse people as to how the fuck there's an AA already in their spawn by coming all the way over here. You can drop down. I think it's on the other side. Drop down over here. Yeah. And then there's this little rock that you can kind of hide behind. The better one's normally this one, though. So you sit here, and you can see people. Obviously, if they know you're up here, just reverse. You can go back to the other side of the little plateau thing. I don't know what the fuck you would call this. A hill. You can just turn around, go back the other way. There's also that. You can sit on top of that rock. Come over here. See into Bravo, Charlie. And you're set. Alright. So, as for the SPAA spot, the best one on this map for AA is by far the north spawn. Basically just drive up this hill and sit on the top here. This is for SPAA at 8.0 plus. This is for radar AA and SAMs. I wouldn't really recommend this spot for early BRs. Unless you're an insane crack shot that can kill people like 2+ kilometers out when they're coming in an SPAA, then be my guest. Basically, pretty sure you can climb this pretty much anywhere with the Type 93, but you can sit up there, and it sees their helipad. This covers the helipad and the air spawn. The helipad is right over there on that hill. Come up here. You have this spot right here. This is pretty much all you need. Their helipad right there, and their air spawn is up there somewhere. So they come in from that area. Another one that you can do from this side of the map is on the other side of this rock. And I can't remember if you can climb over this one or not. I'm pretty sure you can. I might be retarded though. I think I've done this once. Maybe it was from the other side of the rock. Pretty sure it was from the other side. To climb over to here. Yeah. Anyway, you can do it from the other side. You can do this one to get up here, right out of your spawn. I'll have to figure out the speed though for the Type 93. I think it's like 45 kilometers an hour. But I probably would recommend 50. And I have popped a tire while doing this, so be aware that that can and will happen. Say you spawn right here. There's this little hill, that opening right there. Back up onto this. Pretty much throw yourself forwards. Oh. That one didn't work. We try again. This is probably the safest one of the entire map because it's literally just in your spawn. So you're not having to worry about getting there too quickly. You just kind of do it until you get it done. And then you're good. Much better. Turn left. Turn right. Whatever gets you up here. And there is a ridgeline here. Looks into the middle portion of the map. All the way over to their side. Really nice. Should be right here. This big old open portion covers the entire north side of the map. Their half of Alpha. And it covers the north side of B as well. Pretty sure you can come a little more left to a little bit higher position. But I think there's more trees over here. Yeah. So this little opening here will let you actually look into Bravo. And you can see their side of A as well. The ridgeline heading up to A. This is pretty much it for this. I'm certain there's a way to get out here in the Type 93. I can go try that really quick. There is a portion where you can get up here, but it's not really useful. There's too many rocks, and there's no good scouting position from up there. It's kind of just a dead end. Alright. So this one can be done with MBTs that have low ground clearance. Pretty much all of top tier Russia, T-72s, T-80s, anything that can go over 50 kilometers an hour down this hill. I have done it in the NATO MBTs, but it's much more finicky from what I've seen, because when your tracks clip the tank traps, or whatever they are, the little concrete barriers down here, sometimes it'll just flip you sideways, and you'll get stuck. So you'll want to come, obviously, from here, come down here, all the way down this road, straight through here. You get to this corner, and you're going to want to W key as hard as you possibly can down this hill. Hope. Anyway, from this side, you come through here, and then you turn in here. It's pretty hard to do from the outside of the map. As you can see, the Type 93 doesn't really like doing this, because it's very, very bumpy. But in an MBT, much more stable. You come straight down here, and you hit this little bump right there, and it should slingshot you over the tank traps. Let me think. There are some other portions of that map you can actually go to, but they're not really useful. There's a ridgeline here that you can shoot into the spawn here, but it's kind of just meh. It's really mediocre. It's really open, and you need really good gun elevation to use it. But that's pretty much it. Fire arc, nope, too flat. Kuban, oh my god, Kuban. Kuban is probably one of the more crazy ones. You can do this on both sides of the map in the Type 93. The only other tank I've ever been able to successfully do this northern portion in is the VT-12. I do not think there are very many other tanks in the game that have the speed and the traction to get over this little boundary. It's just a bunch of rocks that have the weird traction code that turn them into soap. So you pretty much have to do this perfectly or you fall off every time. So you'll come over here. You want to be able to go as fast as you possibly can. Right past this tree. That little bitty thing right there. So I think it's easier to come in at an angle on this one, because you're slinging yourself to the left to get on top of the rocks. Right here. Boom. And you're up. And you can come all the way up here to the top of this, and this is a really, really decent spot for seeing incoming helicopters, because it basically sees them as soon as they take off from the helipad. But I don't know where the helipad is on this map, to be exact. Once you get up here in the VT-12, you basically just look around and click on tanks. Pretty much the only thing to do up here. I would be wary though. This ridgeline can easily see you if you come too far, and you are still very exposed up here. So using your gun controls using either the left or right gun specifically, you can try to expose as little as possible, like selecting the right gun for this side, left gun for this side. So you can see literally all of Charlie, pretty much all of Bravo, all over the map, all the way back to their spawn. Charlie, you can see all these roads, main road where they come in, you can see literally everything on top of there. You can see all the way into their spawn in the north. Yeah, this is a very, very powerful position. This overwatches pretty much the entire of the map except for Alpha, because Alpha has a lot of trees covering it. Did you guys push each other over the tank traps back here, or did you make the jump in them? Because honestly, I think the jump is harder to do in tanks like that. It's usually easier to push yourself over the tank traps once you have other people. Yeah. So you can push each other over the tank traps in the back. A lot easier. As for the other one, you spawn here, go down this road, cut a right, and there's a little hole here, which I will show you, that goes up and around. I'm gonna go to this way. There's a bunch of stumps and stuff over on the left there. So you come, be like right there, one of those. There's a hole in between two rocks up there. You go over. I gotta remember which one, because I only ever do it on this side of the map. No point in doing it on the other side, because you have that mountain that you can sit on. It's a lot easier to get to. This one, you go up here, and I have been shot going up here numerous times. This is very open. It doesn't feel that open because of all the trees, but you're going up a hill, and you are very exposed. You go in between these two rocks here, and you cut a right, and then a left. Basically just squeeze your way up here. And what you want to do is you want to try to stay as far right as you possibly can without sliding back down, because there is a countdown timer once you get over this hill. You have 24 seconds as soon as you hit that little area right there. You need to be very, very quick. So, going up this, gain your speed back, go all the way back up this one, and you're going to want to cut right immediately, and then go back down to get back inside the map, and then you're good. Once you're up here, the best place for you to go is there's more trees here. Go up here onto this little ridge right here. And this sees, obviously, spawn road, other spawn road, and if you want, you can back up. You can see the entire ridge line at Alpha. This one, same issue. A lot of trees over at A, so it's a little hard to see in A, but you can see them coming into B. Obviously, there's too many trees to spot into B itself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There aren't very many other crazy spots. I think, you can go around here. When it's A cap over here, you can go up here outside all the way around to back here. Let me see if I can find that specific version of the map and see if I can show that off. F5, that is the one on top of that hill that I was just looking at, right out of spawn. You need to be in a pretty small vehicle to get up on top of that. Alrighty. What is it? It's Conquest, right? Conquest. Kuban. Yeah. Yeah, so this opens up the northern portion of the map. Good. Alrighty. As far as I can tell, there's no way to get up from the spawn. You have to do the same thing. Go over here, ramp your way up here. I'm pretty sure this is all tank traps. Yeah, all tank traps. Unfortunately. Does it end? No, I think this is too steep. Anyway, they just slide down. Good old Gaijin traction code. Just making sure. See if I can find any shortcuts on the way there. But yeah, basically just follow the previous steps. You spawn up here, go to here. I'm pretty sure this one, unfortunately, on this side of the map where it's Conquest 1 like this is out of bounds entirely, unfortunately. So this really only works on this side of the map. If you're on the Type 93 on this side, you can try to W key it as fast as you possibly can to this side of the map. You don't normally see people come over here, but then again, I've seen weirder things happen in live matches. Basically, once you're here, do the same thing, get up top, and then you can wrap all the way around to the other side of the map. Alright, we're up here, and then you go just down, take a left, wrap your way around the map. I think you're good. Good to go. I will say, it may take you a little bit to get up here. I'm pretty sure this has the weird traction code where it's like half slippery. I think going up this at an angle is a little better. You don't have to. Just go here. I don't know, I went up that originally. I don't know why. Instead of just going here. I am stupid. Anyway. I'll let my fucking cat in again. What's she doing, man? Come here. Whatever. She ran away. She's just being an idiot. Alright. So, the hard part begins about right over here. This becomes a very, very open area. So, you want to be as stealthy as possible, aka just don't get shot. If you get shot, I don't know, cry about it. Alright, alright. You can just stay over here if you want. But there's really no reason to. This isn't really a good spot for staying into the map. I highly recommend going up there on the little ridge line behind them, because you're seeing them as they're going into A the entire match. Alright. Once you're up here, this is pretty much it. You'd sit here, and you're pretty much good. You can see them coming into A from these roads. You can see them going here. If you're more daring, you can just go sit next to their spawn and just spot them in their spawn. But be careful, because I'm pretty sure they can call arty on you the entire time you're up here, because it's technically not in their spawn. Yeah, so pretty much the whole back portion here is artillery viable, so I would be careful in doing this, because they can and will call artillery on you because they see an AA in their spawn. But if you don't give a shit and you want to do this just because, you can. And then obviously, just turn around and run if they call arty on you. Because now it's not just like instant death when people call artillery on you because of the smoke shells. But I'm fairly certain this thing can die to the smoke shells. But I'm not 100% sure. It is an open top vehicle. But I'm not certain that it can die to them. Anyway, wouldn't stick around there regardless of the fact. Okay. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it for this map. So let's go next. Let us go next. Next map. Domination. Domination. Let's go. Fucking, come on. Fourth Inner servers. Let us go. Domination. We were just on Kuban. Next one will be Mozdok. Nothing on Mozdok, unfortunately. Nothing on Fields of Normandy or Normandy. We already showed. I already showed Poland. Just the one. So basically, this version. Fields of Poland, Domination. Get up on the top of the building in the center there. Port Novo we've done. There's nothing good on Rhine. You can get outside the map here and here, but they don't really give you any advantage. Nothing on Stalingrad anymore. You used to be able to go out here from this side of the map and look at their helipad, but they turned this into actual ice code, so you can only go 8 kilometers an hour down here. Unfortunately, Sands of Tunisia isn't in rotation for top tier. Normal Tunisia. Okay, normal Tunisia. There is one spot. There's one spot that you can go. You can do this from both sides of the map. You just need to be careful because it's very open and a very common flank route. So from this side of the map, you're going to go straight through the water from down here, and you're going to take this road, and then you're going to turn around and you're going to take this road back to this little opening here. It's basically just a ramp. All right, let's go. So from this side of the map, basically do the exact same thing. Come out here, follow the road straight up, and you're good. It's much easier from this side because you have all of this runway. You have to pass through the water here, which slows you down instantaneously. It's an instantaneous loss of speed. There's nothing you can do about this. You have to cross this way. Otherwise, you're risking going through the bridge at A, which is a no-no. Alright. Worst possible thing that could happen right now, someone's here, or someone is already passing through this field here. That's pretty much worst case scenario. And at the end of the day, not much you can do about it other than scout them and pray that they're really, really fucking bad at shooting. So, see that? Obviously, that's what you want to aim for. I would say 70 kilometers an hour or more. You want to try to hit this as accurately as possible. This ramps you up here onto the top, just like that. And this works both ways. So come here, up here, and you can see their little camping ridgeline right there. Very nice. So you can see that, obviously. And I'm pretty sure there's one more. There's a little bitty one right there. Not very useful, but I think the best position for this spot is from this side of the map. You come up here, just like normal, but you come over here onto this rock, ramp onto this rock, and be very careful with that because you can get stuck in that little crevice or fall off the edge there. And you go up here onto this one, ramp over onto this one, and you're good. So you have this little area that gives you a little bit of protection from their side. You can sit in this little crevice right here because you have the horsepower to get out of it, unlike some other vehicles. You can see their ridgeline. You can see them coming into A. You can see this entire area here, which is really nice because some people like camping behind the rocks back here. And you can basically just scout them, like these rocks right here. A lot of people like to sit behind these in Bradleys because it gives them really decent cover for their turret. It allows them to fire tows over them. But yeah, this pretty much covers most of the map, except for the bridge. Obviously, you can't scout the bridge, unfortunately, but you can see them coming past this ridge line here. Into B, you can see the opening at Charlie, there and there. And you can also see their helipad from here. Not really useful. You can see their airfield, which is another thing. You can see people taking off, which means any nuke bombers, you have immediate access to shooting. So as soon as they're within 6 kilometers, if they're full afterburning, you can fire a missile at them from up here, which I have done previously. I've shot down a nuke bomber from on top of this. You do it on both sides. Helipad is right there. Airfield's right over there. Alright. This is the only one on this side of the map. Or this map, I should say. Unfortunately, this is the only place to go. Alright. Next map. Volo, no. Surroundings of Volo, no. Sinai, yes. Yes. Sinai. Okay. For Sinai, there's one place, and only one place that you can go that is hard to get to. There's 2 places that you can go on this map. One's hard to get to because you have to spawn in the south. If you do not spawn south on this map, it is really difficult because you have to go past their spawn in order to get to it. Anyway, spawn left here, and you're going to want to go down this left road. Obviously, this is why this is the hardest part to do from the north part of the map. You have to get past their tanks that are here. This will be the hardest thing to do, especially if they have an AA just sitting in their spawn. My recommendation, spawning on this northern part of the map, is to go up here to a spot that I can show you really quick. This is basically one of my go-to spots in the Type 93. It's very, very open, so be careful. People can and will spot you up here. It's pretty obvious as long as they're using their eyes. But a lot of the time, you're usually safe. So you go here, you crank it on to the right, go up these rocks. There is a countdown timer, so you want to be decently quick on this. Don't be too afraid. You have very good horsepower, so you go to this right side, then you go back left, and you go right over here, and then you're good. And then this sees pretty much the entire center portion, and you can spot the little rat spot back there in the corner. And then you can see their helipad, but it's a little hard to get an angle on. You can try to squeeze a missile through here, but that's pretty much it. Anyway, let's go down. So once everyone is out of their spawn and you're barely certain they don't have an AA, once everyone's past you at this point, hopefully there's no one else here. If you spawn on this side of the map, you're going to want to go down this road as fast as you possibly can to avoid being shot, and you immediately cut right down here. This is the much more safe area to do this from. You go down here, just go straight outside the map around these rocks here, because you have the speed to get back inside the map. It does not matter. It's just a lot more safe to do it this way. So you cut around these rocks as fast as you possibly can, back inside the map on this side. All right, and then you go straight up here. Ignore their spawn. You're most likely spotted in this corner here. Just ignore it. It's totally fine. Go right up this hill, all the way to the top. And if you want, you can be brave. You can stop right here at this rock. And you can see little bitty cracks. Not very good for spawning on the north side of the map. South side, though, you can basically see them coming out of their spawn all the way over to there, and sometimes into A. And you go up here. You go up this rock at an angle. You cannot do this straight. You have to do this at an angle, otherwise you slide back down. Then you cut right up here onto the top of the rock, and you plant yourself right here behind this little bitty ridge on this rock. So you're good. See this entire ridge line, A, all the way into B. Unfortunately, you cannot see Charlie, but if you're on the south side of the map, which is obviously where you want to spawn, this is a very good position for seeing all of this, all of this, all of that ridge line, all the way over to Charlie, right before they cut in behind this rock. And you can see their helipad, obviously, and their airfield back there. Sick map design. Anyway, yeah, this is basically the gist of this entire map. I wanted to test if you could go other places on this map, but I don't think you can, unfortunately. You know, I've never tried this one. We're learning new spots together, okay? This is a new one. You can come up here. Interesting, interesting. This is a new one to even me. I've never been up here. I wonder if you can climb this entire rock. I think you can. I think you can climb this entire rock to the very top. It's out of bounds. Huh. That might be an issue. So this is most likely only a Type 93 spot. I don't think you can get actual tanks up here. I don't think they have the traction to do this. As you can see, even the Type 93 is struggling to get up this hill. Yeah. Traction's a big no-no on this. This is probably a lot better, this little flat portion here. I don't think you can go any higher, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't think you can go any higher. I don't know what this serves any purpose for, other than just being in a rat position. Unfortunately, you can't go any higher. You would most likely need to be going a lot quicker to go over this in order to get up on top of this rock. Mainly because you can see just how steep this is. I don't think you can climb this rock, unfortunately. That is a very steep angle, unfortunately. Yeah, you just get stuck. That sucks. Now, imagine if you could get up there, though. Now, that would be the Type 93 position we've all wanted. Being on top of the big ridgeline here would be very, very nice. I'm sure someone could probably find a way to get up here. Maybe multiple Type 93s? I doubt it. This would be an insane hide-and-seek position, though. I'd literally never be found. This is still inside the map. This isn't cheating. It would just be exceedingly fucking hard for them to ever find you. And they would also have to have the same map knowledge as me, which is, you know, not very common. Yeah, I'm stuck. I do be stuck. Anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Not too many crazy positions on this map. You know, we can try this really quick. I see an opening here in between these rocks. Let's go down, see if I can get over there really quick. We'll chart unknown paths together. All part of the plan. Alright, let's go. Over here. Okay. Alright, let's see. Little bitty hole right there. This seems very, very steep. There's a lot of rocks over here. I'm not sure if you can get outside of here. But that's why we do these videos. That is why we make these videos, to explore the boundaries of Gaijin's map design. And it seems there is a ridge right here you can get over. Careful, careful. This seems very, very steep. Yep. Traction. This seems like just a hole that you fall into and you're dead. Unfortunately. I'm sure there's a way to do this. Let's try again. I'm sure there's a way to do that. I'm not sure what purpose this would really serve, though. Once you get out here, you would have to get on top of the rocks here in order for it to be usable. And that is extremely exposed. Like, imagine if you were able to get up there. That's where we're heading. All the way to the top of those rocks. Actually wild to think that you can almost get up there. Alright. Alright. Ooh, this looks better. Ooh, slow it down. There we go. This looks better. Just a straight shot outside the map. What are we talking? This is immediately out of bounds. Yeah, instantaneously out of bounds. Rather unfortunate. But we're gonna explore it anyway. Because we're gonna type 93. So, fuck it. Hopefully there's a way you can get back inside the map. Cutting back in. Yes, it seems like you can. Pretty much immediately. Right around the corner. Boom. Back in. You could probably ramp this rock right here onto this one. Yep. Probably need a little more speed, obviously. A little more speed. I'll use this rock. Very good. Alright. You can get up here. Ooh, this is nice. So you can actually just bypass all of that other bullshit, come around down here on top of this rock. Probably no one will probably expect you to be here, so probably just scout into their spawn. This is a really nice one. I'll be using this one for sure. Yup, here, right to their spawn. Keep cut a left on top of this rock. You might be able to. This seems very steep. Oh, get those back wheels around again. Cut me left. There we go. I'm not sure that you can get onto this rock. Probably need to have to go pretty quick and then cut a left as fast as possible. Jump onto it. Yeah, I know. Oh. Very interesting. Anyway, yeah, so you can actually come up here. Very interesting. So you cut outside the map all the way around, climb on top of the rocks, and you can spot into their spawn. Very nice. Alright, so we found 2 new spots while making the video. Very neat. Next map. I already forgot what it was. Shut the fuck up. Let me change the map. Sands of Sinai. Not really, honestly. The spot up here is out of bounds. The ridgeline spot here is pretty much the only one that you can go onto, and it's very, very open, so I wouldn't recommend it. 38th parallel. Oh boy. Oh boy, 38th parallel has a few. They're right next to the dam. First one, northern spawn, really, really fucking easy. Alrighty. I'm sure there's a way to get back on the bridge, but I'm pretty sure it's out of bounds now. I could be mistaken, though. First one, right side spawn, north spawn. Literally as soon as you spawn in, you're good to go. You basically just wait for everyone to leave so you have free leeway to do whatever the fuck you want in spawn. And you can basically just back up to the wall here and get up on top of this big old hill right next to your spawn. So blah 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 blah, wait for everyone to leave, it all clears out, back up right here, and then you just go right up that little hole right there. Whoop. And you're good. Cut a right, go around these trees, up top. If you get stuck on the tree, just try it again. Not the end of the world, you're in your spawn. Cut it up here, and you're up. At higher BRs though, obviously, this is a very, very open area, so I would be careful while you're up here. You can easily be seen from pretty much anywhere on the map, especially from the people that sit there. High FOV thermals will most likely see you up here if they're looking towards this portion of the map. So you want to be careful while you're up here. If you see anyone on this ridgeline, be wary of them, because most likely those are the people that are going to see you. Yeah, you can see pretty much all the roads that come down to Charlie. You can see pretty much all of the back roads there. Little middle portion there. That ridgeline, obviously. And you can see the people coming down to go into A. Northern portion of B. Very good. Little roundabout area right there on that corner. Yeah. So there's this side. This is pretty much the only decent one that I know of on this side of the map. You used to be able to go higher. That's pretty much it. The blocked off road there, as you can see. Gaijin does not want you to explore the map. Not even slightly. Pretty much all of that is considered 100% out of bounds, even though it's inside the map. Very, very annoying. But this is why we use the Type 93. To just ignore Gaijin's bullshit and do what we want. Alrighty. There's another one on this side of the map where you can, in fact, get up here. But it is extremely dangerous. Not only is it very RNG dependent, but you also have to not get shot while doing it. Hardest part, because you have to go down here. Then you have to ramp this. And then you have to climb all the way up while everyone is staring at you. And there's also a countdown timer while doing it. Not very fun. I think you need to be going faster, because you have to ramp all the way up to the top, unfortunately. Yeah, I gotta be going faster than that. Bozo. Alright. I think I cut it right instead. I'm going straight. Cut it right, try to get up to that flatter portion. Or that one. I'm not sure this one's good. Technically a double. Yeah, there you go. So, once you're here, you're battling traction the entire time. This is all soap code. Very, very nice. And yes, you can see countdown timer. Really fun. Really, really neat. Up here. And you're battling traction code the entire time. Yep, sometimes you'll fail and you'll slip back down and you have to try over and over again. It's really, really fun. This one is much harder than the one on the other side of the map, which is why I don't recommend it. But you get the gist of it. Once you get into these little crevices here, you can climb up and around to the top. But we're going to do the one on the other side of the map. Much easier. Much, much easier. As for the one on this side, basically the same thing. You can get up here on that ridge all the way up there. I think the biggest obstacle spawning in this spawn right here is the fact that there's some boxes and barrels literally right behind you, and you cannot break them in the Type 93. At least I'm fairly certain. You used to be able to by just running over them, and they would break underneath the weight of your vehicle, but I don't think they break anymore. So, be wary of that. You can be high-centered on these things. And yeah, there's the truck as well. Yeah, these little boxes here. Yeah. Yeah. These are pretty much the biggest obstacle out of the entire area here. Trying to get past these at the start of the match. But if you can break those boxes there, then you're pretty much good. But squeeze through. Very nice. So you come here, this little bitty rock right here you use to ramp over these rocks here. Obviously don't do that. You're gonna want to probably hit that one, I think it is. Whichever one's easier. I think it's the rightmost one that you want to hit in order to ramp over. Yes. Alright, and then you hit that. And this is all soap code as well, so usually you want to clear the entire thing, because all of this is soap code. Very, very neat. That's what makes this one a little bit complicated. Another hard part about this side of the map is getting up to the top. It's not exactly super complicated, but it's also not easy either. There we go. Put it left, right here. And what you're going to want to do is back yourself up to here. And you're going to use this to get yourself a little bit more speed to get up here. And you're basically just going to follow these rice terraces all the way up. You're going to climb these at an angle. You're going to come over here. You can see this little protrusion right here. You're going to use this to get yourself up to the next level. I think you can do from this side. Can't remember exactly how I do it, but pretty much all of this is coded as mud. So you're not going to get very much speed while up here. So it may take you a few tries. Once again, this is very open, so high FOV thermals will most likely see you trying to do this if they're paying any lick of attention. But you shouldn't really have to worry about that, because most of the things you'll be facing at this BR are going to be terms players, and they're mostly brain dead, so you should be fine. No, you can't get on the bridge anymore. It is completely out of bounds. It's marked by the red. You can go right here to this little corner. Not like that. Obviously, don't do that. But yeah, as you can see, this is all coated as mud. It's a little hard to gain speed. I'll also pop the tire. Don't pop a tire. Honestly, not sure if these are Kevlar reinforced tires or not. I'm fairly certain they are, IRL. A lot of military vehicles have Kevlar reinforced tires. Yeah, it's probably easier to do this little ramp here. I've not done this in months, so sorry that it's taking so long. There you go. Front tire's over. Okay, so yeah, this one's one of the harder ones. Just scouting. Scouting to spade the Type 93 is basically your best bet. So you need to get over this, which is pretty fucking hard to do, because you need to be going decently quick. So I would probably use most of this runway, pretty much going to the edge of the map and then using it to curve your way around. Also be wary because there's the return to battlefield timer. Much speed as possible. Much speed as possible. And you're up. Alright, now. This is probably the hardest part. You need to get up this ridge, around these rocks, and up and over before the countdown timer kills you. This is not easy. I will say right now, this is not easy. Because you'll have stuff like this happen, where you get caught. And your best bet is to just turn around, go back inside the map. You do not have enough time to do this. As you can see, I am dead. But, just of that, let me switch sides so I can do this easier. So I'm not gonna drive all the way back. This is really, like, it's not super hard. It's just really fucking annoying. Because you mess up one time, like I just did, it's not fun. Because you have to do it all over again. Or you get crew lock. Worst case scenario. Fucking... Gaijin's, like, side design for, like, which is Axis and which is Allies is really fucked up. It doesn't tell you which one's which. So you just have to guess whenever you change teams in these custom battles. It's really annoying. Alright, cool. So, fun here, blah blah blah, turn around, go all the way back up, do everything all over again. Because I fucked up. And instead of going all the way around like I did, try to, not. Just go up that little hill there instead with enough speed. You should be able to ramp plane over it. Good enough. Yep, once again, spaghetti code, traction bullshit. This will be a lot easier if they ever change traction again, obviously. You're having to fight the map 99% of the time in order to get to these places, and it's honestly really annoying. Back before the traction changes, you could do this in pretty much most vehicles. You didn't really have to worry about just sliding around on flat surfaces. It was really nice. And then they just had to go ruin everything because their map designers are extremely lazy and they like taking shortcuts. So they were like, what if we just blanket patched traction as a whole instead of fixing our dogshit map design? People wouldn't be able to get to places like this. Well, I will say that they can't get to places like this in normal tanks anymore. But beforehand, the whole thing was like, they never blocked any of these spots off for normal tanks. They never even tried. They didn't put rocks on any of the ridgelines or anything. They didn't try blocking them off with tank traps or concrete traps. They just nerfed traction as a whole. Not sure why. It was probably the easiest thing for them to do during that time. But, you know, we all know Gaijin likes taking the shortcut instead of, you know, actually putting effort into anything. It's very difficult for them to muster the brain power to really code anything in game that isn't a premium vehicle or premium related. How the fuck did I break my transmission? I've never had that happen before in this thing. I think I'm just hitting the wrong spot. This is really annoying. I mean, if there wasn't spaghetti code right here, this would be fine, but I have to deal with Gaijin's unbelievably dogshit spaghetti code, and it's really annoying. It's a massive turnoff for most maps. Is there like there are normal positions in the game where like rocks will protrude from a certain area or whatever, and you can't get up them because the rock is made out of fucking soap or oil? I'm not really sure why they do that. Like, you can literally see rocks and stuff in the middle of the map that you can normally climb up, but you can't anymore because they fucked it. I don't know, it's really weird. Really weird. Really weird decision by the higher-ups for them to nerf traction this way. But it's so hard, too. Like, it wasn't even, like, a normal nerf. Like, a slight nerf or anything. It is instantaneous loss of horsepower and torque upon touching these surfaces. And they also make them super slippery. It's really weird. I don't know. Really weird decision on their part to make these the way they are. Anyway, we're getting back up here eventually, once I stop fucking up these really easy jumps. This whole video is going to be pretty much unedited. The only thing I'm going to add is going to be timestamps for everything. That way people don't have to watch the entire video. Because I'm not editing this. I don't give a shit. I'm ending stream, downloading the VOD, and I'm basically just going to go through it after stream and add timestamps for everything. Alright, so for this one, yes, you don't want to do what I did last time. You want to try to ramp up this to get to the top. Which I'm fairly sure you do right there. Right, just missed. Can't remember exactly where. I'm not used to doing this. So I haven't done this in a very long time. So pardon my fuckery. No. Nope. I know for a fact you don't go all the way around. There's no possible way to do this when you go all the way around. It takes way too much time to get back inside the map, because previously you only have 8 seconds because you have to get back to like there. It's really complicated. I wouldn't really recommend this spot to normal players. This is not something that you want to waste your brain power on. It's not really that good. It's just a little meme spot that you can make people say, "What the fuck? when they finally see you. Yeah, as you can see, you have literally no time to get back inside the map. So, yeah. And if you flip when you're up here, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's game over. No one is coming up here to save you. You're stuck here the entire map until you J out. But yeah, once you're up here, that's it. You're good to go. You can climb all the way up here to the top where the little red line is, and you're good. All the way up. All the way up. Very top. You don't have to skirt the red line. You don't have to. Stay down there on that little ridge where I normally go. But yeah. This is all of this. All of that. All of that. Pretty much the entirety of the map can be seen from up here. And if you're super fucking crazy enough to try it, you can try it on that side of the map where I showed earlier. Try to get all the way up there. Pretty much the exact same thing, just on the other side of the map. There's probably a way to get on the bridge still, but kind of a really fucking useless position. There's no real good overview of that position. Like, you can look into A, that's pretty much it. Not really good for anything else. So, I don't really want to show it. Nor do I even know how to get up there anyway, because there's new rocks, and I haven't checked in forever, so. Next one. What is the next map after 38th parallel? I don't want to show Vietnam, because fuck Vietnam. I fucking hate that map, and I wouldn't recommend playing it anyway. 38th parallel, abandoned factory. Oh boy, there's one on this map. There's one on this map, but you can only do it from the left spawn, because it's the only way you can get there fast enough, I should say. The only way you can get there fast enough from the left side of the map. Cannot do this from the right side because you're gonna get intercepted, and you have to turn around in order to get the speed back that you need to do this. And this jump isn't always going to work, and you're going to get stuck in between the building and little pile. So you're going to use this as a ramp to get on top of the building here. This is the only spot on the entire map that I would say is probably worth it, but you need to be going fast. Fast. You need to be getting there before literally anybody else. So if you're going to spawn like this and people start blocking you here, that's it. You're not going to get there fast enough. Also, watch out for these tires. They will slow you down. They're the only objects on the entire map that have a collision model. There's one right in the middle of A that will slow you down enough to where you fuck up the jump. This is not a meme. There's literally one smack dab in the center of A. Don't know why it's there. Guys should put it there. Ask them. Alright, so you go down this road here. You can see the tire right there, smack dab in the middle of A for some fucking reason. W key, super fucking hard. Press your W key as hard as you possibly can. Boom. And you're up. Hopefully you don't flip on top of your roof. Really fucking annoying. But yeah, no, you just sit here the entire game. And you scout people coming into A. Because why not? I don't know. You used to be able to use this spot to shoot down helicopters effectively, but ever since they nerfed the IR range on the missiles, you can't really shoot down helicopters past 2.5 kilometers anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, this is the only spot on the entire map, so that's it. Next map. What do we have for the next map? Next map. Ardennes. Nope. Nope. Japan. Nothing on Fulda. So we can do Japan. Japan has a few All right. So from this side of the map, one good spot. Obviously, pretty much everyone knows this ridgeline here. Not hard to get into. But this one here I can show after this crazy one that I found out the other day. You can actually get up here. Set up here. Very, very good spot. And you can go all the way to the top. I'm not even joking. All the way up there. All the way to the very tippy top. So you go pretty much straight right out of spawn all the way into A1. Okay, so yeah, right there. That little bitty ridge. Little bitty thing right there. Basically just ramp your way up. I'm not sure how much speed you need to do this, but I would try to be going decently quick. Also, don't hit this tree. Don't be like me. It was already too late once I saw it. You want to get up onto that flatter portion there. And there you go. So cut it right. Go to the flatter portion here. And cut a left to get up onto the other portion. And cut back right to get onto the other flat portion. And then you cut left again to get up onto the other flat portion. And you're good. This is pretty much it. Get all the way up here. All the way up here. As far as you can go. As far as you want to go. This is their main road. The side road here. If you want, you can go back down here. Much easier position to see from. Whoop. Stop myself on the tree. You can see that road, which is their other spawn road. You can see all the way over there, all the way over at Charlie. Unfortunately, you can't see C from here, but you have all of this that you can see. Every little bit. Every little bit. All of it. Very nice. Very good position. Sometimes you can even see into their spawn if they spawn far back enough. Same with the other one. Alright. I'm just going to J out, spawn on the other side of the map, and show you how to get up on top of the little ridge here that looks over Charlie, and into a little bit of B here in this little area down there. So, spawn in here, wherever you spawn, doesn't really matter. You can go either this way or that way, doesn't really matter that much. You're gonna cut a left just right here. You can see that little bitty opening right there, that little brown spot. We're gonna go straight at it. Pretty much just straight at it. Try to aim for like the rightmost portion. This is gonna send you really high. And then you come back down and you're on top. Alright. And once you're up here, you pretty much just do whatever you want. Drive around, do whatever you feel like doing. Come over here, spot some people, back in, go to the other side, on the left, spot the people at Charlie. But best thing is you can come here to this little bit right here, and you can spot the people that love sitting here. I don't know why, people sit there all the time. Really good way to spot them. Yeah, pretty much it. These are the only two semi-decent positions I know on this map. Like, literally none of the other ones matter. There's too many trees on this here in order to see into their spawns, unfortunately, so not worth showing. Alrighty then, next map. Let us see what the next map is. See if I can remember any. Japan, we did. Fulda, no. No, not anymore. Vietnam, yes, but I'm not showing it. Fuck that map. Cargo port, no. Sweden, no. Red Desert. Yes. We'll get that one eventually. Spaceport. Nope, not anymore. Nope, and no. So Red Desert has a very special one, actually. This one can only be done in the Type 93 and VT-12. I don't think there are any other vehicles in the entire game that have the speed to do this. Actually, no, you can't do this in the VT-12. You need to be going as fast as a Type 93 can in order to get back inside the map, and I'm pretty sure this is the only vehicle that can do this now. Because you have to go down here. All of this, past this line, is completely outside the map, and there's a return to battlefield timer as soon as you enter, like, down here. So you need to loop back around really, really, really fast. So you need to get back here ASAP. And there are rocks up here, so be careful. Because if you hit any of them, you're fucked. Basically, just completely fucked. You want to be going very, very fast. What I would recommend is coming in from the right over here. Because you're going to want to hit that to get up top. Alrighty. So, keep your speed the entire time. Go up at an angle. That way you're keeping your speed. Pay no attention to the timer. It is there to distract you. Pay no attention to it. Focus only on getting back inside the map. Stay as close to the left as you possibly can. And there you go. Now you're scot-free. Alright. Biggest problem with being up here, though, as you can see, very open. Very, very, very open area. So, use these rocks to your advantage. Someone shoots at you, just sit behind the rock for 5 minutes. You got nothing better to do. You're in a Type 93. Waste their time. Alright. So this can drive all the way over to Charlie, which you will have a very, very good overwatch position from. There's a ridgeline right over there. You can sit on top of a rock and look over all of Charlie. And you can see their entire ridgeline as well from here. Pretty much you can see all of the lanes that lead to Charlie from their side of the map. I have been shot up here. Or shot at up here. I've been hit, but it didn't do any damage, obviously, because it was a dart. You can go all the way around. You don't have to worry about this one too much. Not that big a deal. If you really, really want to, you can cut down into here. Be safe. Back over here. You're good. So you can go around to that little bitty outcrop right there. Sit on top of that. That's going to be your best position. Right up there. Alrighty. If you're really feeling it, you can try to go all the way around. I'm not sure that you have enough time, 24 seconds, to get around this ridgeline to get back into the map there. I'm not sure it's possible, because you have to go all the way around this in order to get back inside the map, all the way over there. So it's really, really iffy. If you want to try it, be my guest, but this is your best bet overall for scouting. You got this little bitty rock right here you can go on top of, squeeze yourself right here. So yeah, pretty neat. Not super useful, but not very many people look up here. I mean, obviously, if they see movement out of the corner of their eye, they're probably going to see you. But neat. You can see into B, a little bit of B on their side of the map. Something here. And yeah, this covers pretty much everything. This is the only one that I know on this map, so. That's it. That's every single possible spot that I know on every map. I'm sure there are more that we'll discover in the future, and I'll probably end up making an individual video on each of those. If I feel like playing the Type 93 in the future, I'll probably be going out of my way to find new spots on each and every individual map. Obviously, not going to find spots on most of the newer maps because they're all flat and have no ramps or anything or rocks to get on top of. So yeah, that should be it. Should be every single spot that I know of, and a new one as well on Sinai. Yeah, and we'll end it there.